What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today is one of those days in Patriots Nation where you blink and the entire NFL world shifts underneath your feet completely. Because right now, June 6th, 2026, there are not one, not two, but multiple blockbuster trade conversations swirling around New England simultaneously. And when you connect every single dot, the picture that emerges is of a franchise that is not done making moves, not done reshaping this roster, and absolutely not done shocking the football world after already pulling off one of the most talked about trades in years. So let us get into every single development happening right now, because there is a lot to break down and none of it is small. Let us start by establishing exactly where this roster stands today, so everything else makes sense in the right context. The A.J. Brown trade is officially done and dusted. Brown was acquired from the Philadelphia Eagles on June 2nd, just one day after the financial window opened, for a 2028 first-round pick and the hire of New England's 2 fifth-round picks in 2027. Brown passed his physical, showed up to OTAs, caught his first pass from Drake May, and the honeymoon period in Foxborough is officially underway. Bleacher Report graded the Patriots an A- on the trade. The NFL's own analysis called Brown an intriguing fit with May, specifically because of his ability to win downfield on go routes and hitches. The exact routes that play directly into what Drake May does best with his arm talent. Brown is coming off his fourth consecutive 1,000-yard receiving season, posted 78 catches for 1,003 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2025, and ranked 6th among all wide receivers in ESPN's receiver score metric. The foundation has been laid. Now the question everybody in New England is asking is what comes next, and the answer is shocking. The first blockbuster trade conversation that has exploded in the last 48 hours involves Kayshon Boutte and the Chicago Bears, and this one has moved from background rumor to serious mainstream trade discussion faster than almost anyone expected. The moment A.J. Brown officially landed in Foxborough, a report from Heavy Sports dropped identifying the Bears as the team with the most compelling reason to pursue Boutte in a trade right now. The logic is straightforward and financially attractive for both sides. Brown's arrival has immediately pushed Boutte down the depth chart behind Brown, Romeo Doubs, and Mac Hollins. And for a player entering the final year of his rookie contract who needs to produce at a starter level to secure his financial future, sitting fourth on a depth chart is simply not an acceptable situation. The Bears, meanwhile, have real receiver needs after reshuffling their offensive roster, and Boutte as a young, affordable, explosive deep threat who has already proven he can win vertically at the NFL level fits exactly the profile of what Chicago is looking for heading into 2026. Adam Schefter went on his own podcast this week and said he suspects something will happen with Boutte at some point this summer, and that he would not be surprised to see a trade materialize before training camp opens. When Schefter suspects a deal is coming, the deal is usually coming. But here is the trade conversation that is going to make your jaw drop completely, because it represents the most unexpected and most significant roster move New England could possibly make right now. And it comes from the defensive side of the ball, where the Patriots have a situation that has quietly become one of the most urgent and most expensive negotiations in the entire league. The Christian Gonzalez contract extension standoff took a genuinely shocking turn this week when Boston sports radio hosts Scott Zolak and Mark Bertrand of 98.5 The Sports Hub, two of the most connected media figures in New England, went on air and openly floated the idea of the Patriots trading Gonzalez to a team in exchange for a blockbuster return. And the name they attached to that potential deal sent the entire football world into a frenzy. Zolak and Bertrand suggested the Patriots could trade Gonzalez for an elite pass rusher as the centerpiece of a swap that fills the one glaring hole on this defense while simultaneously resolving what is becoming an increasingly complicated contract situation. Zolak said without hesitation that he would make that trade from New England's perspective, and Bertrand immediately agreed. The reasoning is genuinely compelling when you sit with it. Gonzalez is currently scheduled to earn just $2.2 million in 2026 and is pushing for a contract extension that is going to blow past $30 million per year, numbers that would make him the highest-paid cornerback in the entire NFL. With New England having just committed to A.J. Brown's $29 million salary and facing Drake May's massive quarterback extension looming in 2027, absorbing another $30+ million annually at cornerback represents a financial commitment that demands serious strategic thinking before the ink dries. Now here is where the Gonzalez situation gets even more layered and more urgent, because Ian Rappaport himself weighed in on the Pat McAfee show just Thursday and delivered the update Patriots fans did not fully want to hear. Rappaport said there is a good chance the Patriots get Gonzalez's extension done before the season, that he imagines the deal will happen and New England will make it work. But then he specifically said he does not know that it is imminent, and that he has not heard anything suggesting a deal is close in the next couple of days. From the mouth of the most connected insider in professional football, the Christian Gonzalez situation is not resolved, not imminent, and not simple. And every day that goes by without a signed extension is a day where the trade speculation around him grows louder and the pressure on both sides to find a resolution intensifies. The AFC East landscape that New England now finds itself operating within makes all of these roster decisions even more consequential, because the report from the NFL's own analysis this week noted something absolutely critical for every Patriots fan to understand heading into 2026. All three of New England's divisional opponents, the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, and New York Jets, enter this season with brand new defensive coordinators who are all first-time defensive coordinators at the NFL level. Jim Leonhard in Buffalo, Sean Duggan in Miami, Brian Duker in New York. Three rookie defensive coordinators in the AFC East simultaneously. The analysis specifically noted that A.J. Brown's arrival is poised to bring massive challenges to those three coordinators as they try to game plan against a Patriots offense that just became exponentially more dangerous overnight. The division that New England has to win to control its own playoff destiny suddenly looks significantly more manageable than it did 72 hours ago. And every trade that strengthens this roster further only widens that competitive gap. What offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels does with A.J. Brown is also generating enormous excitement among analysts and reporters who have been studying this fit closely. The NFL's own breakdown specifically noted that McDaniels has a documented history of producing elite seasons for outside receivers throughout his coaching career, pointing to Randy Moss in 2007, Brandon Marshall in 2009, and Davante Adams in 2022 as examples of what happens when McDaniels gets his hands on a true number one receiver and a capable quarterback to work with. Drake May is not just a capable quarterback. He is a franchise talent with elite arm strength and the football intelligence to process what Brown gives him on every single route. The projection of what this offense could look like by October, when Brown and May have built genuine chemistry through training camp and the preseason, is honestly staggering when you let your imagination run. The bottom line today is that the New England Patriots are not finished making moves, and the blockbuster trade conversations happening around this roster right now are just as electric as anything that came before the A.J. Brown deal was completed. Keyshawn Boot to the Chicago Bears is building real momentum with Adam Schefter himself, saying he suspects a deal is coming. The Christian Gonzalez contract standoff is creating a shock-the-world trade scenario that Zolak and Bertrand are openly and enthusiastically endorsing. Ian Rappaport says the extension will happen, but is not imminent. And every decision made in the next 2 to 3 weeks is going to have enormous consequences for what this Patriots team looks like when they open the 2026 NFL season on September 9th in Seattle against the Seahawks in the Super Bowl LX rematch. You cannot afford to miss a single update as this offseason continues to deliver at the highest possible level, so subscribe to this channel right now and hit that notification bell immediately. Drop a comment below and tell me, do you think the Patriots should extend Gonzalez at market value right now and keep this defense elite, or do you make the shocking trade and use that money elsewhere? Let me hear your take. Like this video, share it with every Patriots fan you know, and I will see you in the very next one. Let us go New England.